Hey there, in this quick video we're going to be going over CSS simple animations. So I'm going to go ahead and just start typing here. I'm in CodePen editor and I'm going to go ahead and just create a new block. So I'll just say div ID block, and then we'll probably need to give the block some style. So I'm going to go over here to the CSS editor and I'll give it a width of 200 pixels and a height of 200 pixels as well. And then I'll give it a red background. So you can see that the screen automatically updates once I've finished typing in the editor. And the next thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to create, they're called keyframe animations. So we'll want to create a keyframe animation for all the different browsers that we want to support. So what we're going to do is type in WebKit keyframes, and we're going to want to give it a name. So we're just going to call this spin. And the next one is we're going to want to support Firefox. So we'll say Moz keyframes. And we'll give that, we're going to give them all the same name. And the next one is just going to be at keyframes. So this will support all the other browsers. And we'll call this spin as well. So then what we're going to need to do is inside of each of these blocks. So right now I'm just going to edit it for WebKit because I'm in Chrome. And we're just going to get this one in for WebKit, and then I'll show you the animation, and then we'll add the rest for Firefox and all the other browsers. So what we're going to say is that once we're at 0% animation, we're going to want to do WebKit transform, and we want to rotate that at 0 degrees. So right now it's not going to be rotating at all. It's just going to be at 0 degrees, what it is right now. So then I'll say once this animation's at 100%, we'll want to rotate that to 360 degrees, so that'll give that a full rotation. After I've added that, I've just added my WebKit keyframe, so I'll need to add the animation to the div block. So what I'll do is I'll say WebKit-animation, and the animation we're going to want to use is the spin animation. And the next argument, we are going to say how long we want it to go for. So in this case, I'm just going to say 2 seconds, and then we'll choose the motion of the animation. So we're just going to say linear, which is going to give it the exact same motion throughout the animation. And then we'll say that we want this to go for one time, and you just saw it animate right now. So after I finish, then it animates through one time. But what if we want it to keep on rotating? We can just change this to infinite. So then that'll just keep on rotating, which is pretty cool. So the next things that we'll do is I want to point out that once we're at 0%, we're already rotated at 0 degrees. So we actually don't even need this line. So we could just remove it here, and the animation is going to happen exactly the same. So then we're going to go ahead and add these animations for Firefox, and instead of WebKit, we're going to say Moz transform, and then with the regular keyframes, we're just going to say transform. And then up here, we'll also want to add all of the browser support animations. So we'll say -Moz animation, and then just -animation, and this will support all browsers. So just like that, you can see how easy it is to add animation, simple rotations to a CSS3 div or a CSS3 block. And one more thing that I want to point out before closing out this video is, let's say that we want this to happen just on a hover. We could say block hover, and then we can add that animation. So this is kind of cool because then if you hover over with your mouse, then it'll begin the animation. So I would encourage you to check out CSS3 animations. They're a lot of fun, and this was kind of just a simple introductory video into CSS3 animations and how you can use it to add interactivity to your page.